I reset my live. I seen you say something. He's gone or something. I was there. Somebody came back. I don't know. You guys should have tried refreshing your thing or something, or waited. So I just started a new one. I need to put Wi-Fi extender on my garage so I can reach further in the backyard. I don't know how to do that though. I'm gonna do some research. How to extend my Wi-Fi to get a better signal in the backyard. How to extend my Wi-Fi to get a better signal in the backyard. Long range outdoor Wi-Fi extenders. I like to put it out on the garage. I went out and reset it and came back on. Like, you know how like yesterday I was having trouble, it wouldn't let me resume. Today it didn't have that problem. I had completely exited out of YouTube and resumed my live. One person came back for a second, nobody said nothing. Mad Max, what up? $40. Get one for $40. That might be sufficient. $200? Nope, not spending $200. $40 though. $70 maybe. $135. This one was sold. Got a 4.2 star rating, $69. Oh, I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and the current time here is 10:50. Hot fan, what up? Glad I started a new live stream. There's Hawk Fan. Do I have CPS in Germany?
Well, we've got time ticking now. Let's go back to
No, didn't see nothing about no, I haven't been watching no Ryan Hall or nothing. Right now, I'm currently on the rabbit hole of Wi-Fi extenders, extend the Wi-Fi out to the backyard better. I don't know nothing about them, and I could probably use one. It'd be kind of neat. It'd be a good idea. Because typically where I have a campfire and stuff, I don't have good service from my Wi-Fi. And I don't know nothing about extending Wi-Fi to the yard.
a lot of something.
Maybe I should watch some videos.
Now we will see. Check this out. I just got this in. You didn't notice?
Getting you wet, bitch?
Pull up on there real quick.
What the fuck, bitch?
If you've been looking for a way to really extend your Wi-Fi signal, maybe it's to your pool house, a barn, to a shed that's really not close to the main router, or it just gets very slow. This is the Wavelink AX3000 high-powered repeater access point. And let's go ahead and see what you get in the box here. So first we take a look at all the items. These right here are the metal zip ties for hanging it up. And then we have our PoE power connector, an Ethernet cable, the actual power adapter, as well as some other mounting hardware and where the wire goes in to create that waterproof seal. You can see right there where everything connects, along with additional mounting options.
Gotta run some fucking Ethernet to this
Not only
thing.
was it relatively easy to set up and install and connect to my main network, but just the sheer distance that this can send. So my main router is about 100 yards or about 300 feet away through multiple walls that this is somewhat aiming on, but that's inside the house. Now, sure, you're going to see some drop in speed, of course, with the distance that we're going. But overall, I'm really happy with the speed and the connectivity that we're getting from the distance that we are from the main router. What about the signal? Sure, the signal right around where I'm at is really good. However, I can go way on the other side of the house, not even inside, still pick this up and still see pretty much the same speeds, which is absolutely
Do I need a router to do this?
I have this here. Not only do I connect it where our pool and our barn is, but then I can also pick up that Wi-Fi signal on my shed, which is probably about another 50 feet away, send it to the garden. So now really I have just great overall Wi-Fi coverage. You get a 2.4 and 5G, I believe it's a Wi-Fi 6, and then you can access this either through the computer or just by connecting direct to it.
Brent, what
Power
up?
for this using a little power supply with PoE, which is powered over Ethernet. So you just plug that in. We luckily have a plug up top there. The other great thing about is it's...
I know, that's what I hate about where I live. Road nose is horrible.
But if rain comes or snow comes, it can get wet, and it's really not that big of a deal. Would I keep it out in a typhoon or a hurricane? Probably not, but being that's a little bit covered and it does have that ability to be outdoor or indoor, you could do it that. Now, while this is really for repeating or creating an access point for long ranges, and a lot of people use it for outside, I did set it up inside too, just to see how that worked. Now, the issue that I ran into was the setup process, because you have a few different modes that you can select from, whether you want to do access point, repeater, mesh router, or mesh repeater mode. You may have to go through them and kind of work with it, but I will say I used their tech support when I got stuck, and they didn't know who I was, and they provided a really great experience and helped me along the way of getting this up and running. I am super happy with the speed of this. Connecting to it is really easy, and I was able to connect other devices out here that can connect to it. I can connect my Wi-Fi, cameras, all that. So really,
So I probably better call my internet provider and ask them the best way to go about doing it for the modem and shit they've given me. Some routers won't work for certain modems and shit like that. And I don't know shit about setting up routers and modems and fucking that shit. I just can't figure it. I can't wrap my head around it. A lot of times things I can figure out, but man, that's just one of them. That's just you don't like alcohol. You probably need some more alcohol in your life then. Just fucking with you. Don't make things weird, man. You're making things weird. Yeah, I don't. We've got good internet. We've got like the fastest internet that I can have right now without having fiber optic. You know what I mean? Um, I just want to be able to reach out and get out my backyard and still be live and on the my Wi-Fi. And I can only make it to the edge of the driveway. And if I'm standing in front of him, really blocking the signal. I'd like to put one out underneath the back porch, pointing towards the backyard, or maybe set it up and put it on the garage over there, or I don't freaking know. That little video I just watched here, though, the way that was set up, looks like I could put it like right on my back porch here, point it towards the backyard, and be sufficient. Former hog farmer. We're in the United States. Not to speak for Wizard, but he's from the United States too. We both live in Michigan. Yep. It's Friday, huh? Come to Saudi Arabia. Why is all these people in Saudi Arabia trying to lure Americans to Saudi Arabia? You ain't the first one from Saudi Arabia that's came here and said that. And that shit sounds creepy as fuck. Come there and what? Come there and get kidnapped? You know, invite Wizard there, kidnap him, and hold him for ransom. He loves you very much. Thinking about grilling out today? Sick. Got a torpedo. Incredibly unavailable. But if you buy him a Maserati and ship it over to the United States, he'll do anything for you. Don't let him fool you. Or a new Harley, buy him a new Harley and a Maserati. And Sandwich will do Wizard will do anything for you. Don't let him fool you. I know the guy. He'll do anything after a couple shots. You get him a Maserati and a new Harley. So if you're in Saudi Arabia, you got that kind of cheddar, can you make things happen? And I'll broker the interaction for 10,000 US. We can make things happen. Damn, you got the onion torpedo. Somebody's gonna have the meat sweats. Yeah, we ain't paying the ransom. Listen, if you're gonna want to have an interaction with the Wizard, you're gonna have to broker that through me. I done told you. These are our demands. Maserati, new Harley, 10,000 cash. And I'll get you his number. Shoot me an email. We're going to need a deposit as well to know that you're serious. You get $1,000 deposit, Cash App. That BigMike audits on Cash App. Yep. No cash, no ass. Want it in gift cards? Oh no, I want it straight to my Cash App. That way I can deposit it right in my bank. Was you trying to do some trolling? Nothing wrong with a little bit of trolling. That's what I'm telling you. You visit America, telling you I'll broker this interaction. Maserati, Harley Davidson. That's for the Wizard. 10,000 for me. Need $1,000 Cash App deposit, non-refundable, and we'll make it happen. Try to make them laugh and it comes off as trolling. Yeah. Well, everybody's watching for a troll. When you come in trying to make people laugh, they take it as trolling, but sometimes you got to troll people to make them laugh. Yeah, I'll come in and say some funny shit just to try to make people laugh. And it's not really trolling, but in the same, it kind of is. Like, there's this one guy, black guy, he's got dreads. He's got like the thin, long dreadlocks. And he's always got a hat on. And he wears different hats. So, like, first time I seen him, I asked him if that was a hat with the dreadlocks in it. Everybody thought I was trolling, and I kind of was, but I wasn't because I asked it just to be kind of funny. You know what I mean? Just to see if anybody would get a chuckle out of it. So now every time I go in there, every time I see him, I'll stop by and I'll be like, man, going strong with the braided hat thing, you know. That I do it enough, and then he recognizes, you know, you get recognized, and you're like, oh, it's him again, blah blah. Hey, what's going on? Where did Ali go? Trying to get this transaction going. You notice Wizard didn't say no to none of that. Did you notice that? He didn't say no to none of it. He's like Maserati, Harley. He didn't, did he? Oh, shit. Hey, if he's from over there and he's got the bucks and he can we can get him to bring you a Maserati and a Harley and pay a deposit and $10,000 to me. We'll make an interaction happen. We'll make him buy you lunch and then tell him you don't get down like that. Send him packing. Everybody will be happy. He said he'll come here, so. Dove chocolate tastes way better than Dove soap. Sick. Facts, huh? Figure that out in the shower this morning. You know what I figured out in the shower this morning? Dove chocolate tastes way better than Dove soap. No more sticks. I gotta rake out that flower bed still. Chick with some huge cans at the park. Nice. I sure do appreciate women with attractive bodies, as long as they don't open up their mouths and say something stupid. Never been with a black girl. I like cans of all sizes, just as long as they're not like overwhelmingly huge. You know what I mean? When you start to get over like the anything like over a 36D, D's are big, but they're not like unmanageably, you know. And you start to get over like a 36D. In reality, it is anything too much more than a handful is kind of a waste. Never been with an Asian or Latin girl neither. Only bang white chicks, man. Not because I'm racist. It's just it's all it's ever been presented to me. Fucking white where I live. Small towns, yep, mostly small towns. Would like to sleep with a nice looking light skinned black girl once or twice, and nice looking Asian chick, nice nice Latino of some kind. Nope, just all white chicks though. Better than nothing though, you know what I'm saying? Better than nothing. You got the farmer's daughter. Hell yeah. Any booty's better than no booty, that's right. Losing a lot of antifreeze real fast. What's good? I've been on the whole no booty for way too long. I need a Miss New Booty to get it together and bring it back to me. Where's Miss New Booty at? Miss New Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me. Coffee. She don't nap until after 12. I don't know, but she don't make herself known in 5 minutes and breaking up with her. Yeah, I'll fucking break up with her. Only had like a third of a cup left. It's about to there. I guess that's close to half, huh? Live resin. I think this is a sativa. Yeah. It's called Complex Candy Sativa Live Resin. When I took this thing out of the package, I was trying to get a hit off of it. I couldn't get a hit. Well, they put like a thin little sticker over the bottom here that's like, And it was in the evening, so my lights are really dim in here and I couldn't see. And so I looked and I couldn't see nothing. And I'm trying to do that. So I kind of like stick a pin in there, try getting a hit, and finally I like really got a good look at it because there's two holes in the bottom for the air to come through, you know what I mean? When you puff it, the sticker was over it and I couldn't get a puff. And it's starting to get dark out there. Oh, might actually get some storm later. That'd be kind of neat. The radar prediction says looks like we might get a little bit of. That'd be cool, huh? Like a little bit of thunder and lightning, maybe. About 3 o'clock. Yeah, I like a good rainstorm. That's it. It's been 5 minutes, hasn't it? Yeah. That's it. We're broke up. I'm single again. I need a new YouTube girlfriend. Mine didn't show up. It's been almost an hour. Joe, what up? Good day to fish. Not fishing time yet. It's overcast today. Windy as fuck. The lake did open up though. All the ice is either melted or pushed over in the bay over that direction. Wait until after the rain because you're going to cut it and then it's going to rain and grow again anyways. Even faster though. So if you wait to do it like the day after it rains or 2 days, let it get that little bit of growth, spurt of growth in and then mow it. I don't have real thick, full, nice grass and my yard's lumpy. So I let my grass get kind of long. I cut my grass at kind of a high length. Plus that helps avoid the roots that are out there and it makes my yard look fuller. My grass hasn't even turned green yet. Hasn't started no good growth. I wished I had one of those concrete yard rollers and and a lawnmower. Needs one of those tools with a good aerator on it. Aerate it, reseed it, back it down, let it fill in nicely. That's what it needs. Grass is about 4 inches. It's a nice looking boat. I like that black and that blue. My uncle Arnie had one like that, a Lud like that, and his was a white with a black, gray, and some red pinstriping. I found a good deal for him on it on Marketplace, and we went and picked it up. And he used it for a few years and went fishing. I never did get to go fishing on it. He ended up passing away before I ever got to go fishing on it. It was a nice boat though. Oh, we get plenty of dandelions here. Crazy, what up? Crazy Kid 13, Crazy K 13. Why don't you start a beehive? I got a friend that does that actually. Oh, Michael Sperling. I don't get a lot of honeybees around my house. Get a lot of fucking yellow jackets and ball face hornets. I kill a lot of yellow jackets during the summer. I think I had some like big fat yellow ground bumblebees build a nest under my porch one winter or something. Fucking yellow jackets. You know, yellow jackets, them yellow jackets, they get more aggressive as fall starts to set in. because they die when winter comes. So they get more aggressive as winter sets, the fall, fall as the season sets in the end of the season, and because they know they're gonna die, so they get food crazy and shit. So you find them around pop cans and shit a lot, and they get really aggressive around pop cans because in their mind they actually start to go crazy as their life cycle comes to an end. And they're one of the most aggressive of the hornets. Yeah, this wasn't a yellow jacket hole. This was the big fat bumblebees that I was talking about. Yeah, come October, they're fucking crazy. Yep. Yeah, that's why they get so crazy during that season, because they're coming to the end of their life cycle and they get food crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm underground hornets or yellow jackets or whatever. When they get established, some fucking things suck, don't they? How'd you kill them? Did you fill it full of gas and light it on fire? Did you spray it full of spray foam? Drown them with the garden hose? Well, they get out and fly away. Carburetor cleaner works really good on them. Melts the wings right off of them. Parts cleaner, carburetor cleaner, parts cleaner. If you got like an established nest that you want to deal with, if you wait until the evening, that's the best time to deal with established nests of unwanted yellow jackets and bald face hornets and shit, because they're more docile at night. And in the evening, that's when you can get them all at the nest. You know what I mean? So say you got like a big bald face hornet nested up in the peak of your eaves or some shit, or under your eaves somewhere. Wait till the evening when it's dark. They're all in there and they're docile, and then you can fucking have your way with them. Yeah, that means you can get up nice and close to them at night with the fucking can of Raid and just fucking hose the hole down. Just hose it all down. Empty a whole fucking can of Raid on them. And you don't have to worry about running and shit. Yeah, good old gasoline trick works pretty well, huh? Okay, something I've learned. I just answered that phone call. And didn't say nothing. One thing I learned is that some of these scam callers, they start with like the robocall shit, right? And the robocall, the first call, is a device that they use that randomly calls numbers. And its job to do is to call and see if somebody answers and says hello. So when you call and say hello, it establishes that there's a human there. Okay, and then it passes that number on and says, yeah, there's life there. It's not just, you know what I mean? And then that's when they'll use that to call many places, determine which ones they can are worth calling back or not. So when you start getting those kind of calls, you never answer one, say hello like 3 times, and then it fucking hangs up on you, right? That's what that is. So if you get a lot of those harassing type calls, if you just answer it and just sit there and don't say nothing, let it go through its time, and it'll mark it as you know what I mean. Nobody there, no life, and it'll put you on the do not call that one because you know what I'm saying. So it's a little trick to help weed out some of them fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you don't even say hello, just answer it, and then if it turns out to be one of them scammers, you can either harass them or just ignore them, and they'll hang up on you eventually. And do that enough, they'll fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't answer. Put your number on the National Registry of Do Not Call. I'm gonna do that with ours, and I've found out if you put yourself on that registry, right? And then some of these places keep calling you anyways, and you inform them you're on the registry. Then you send them a cease and desist letter, and you're on the registry, and they do it again after that. Then you've got a grounds for a lawsuit. Um, and all the stuff you could file on your own. It's like a $10,000 minimum lawsuit or some shit. I found some information on that, and it's pretty easy. Some people kind of don't necessarily make a living on it, but you know what I mean. You just got to put in the effort of putting in the paperwork. I watched your pyramid guy for a few minutes last night. I stumbled across him. pyramid guy's a fucking whack job. He's a fucking schwack job. I'm out of coffee now. I need something to drink. My water bottle's empty. Oh. We just want to see him drop one, huh? Got some long ass forks on there. Oh, holy shit. See how long those things are? Got the fork extensions on there. Ain't dropping nothing. Still no AJA? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're broke up. Timing her out soon. If she pops in, she's getting timed out. Yep, if you're lurking, you better not pop in. You'll be timed out. Yep. YouTube breaking up. You're supposed to be my biggest fan. The girls aren't even woke up yet. That's how I know she ain't napping. Dumb ways to die. Da, da, da. Coffee wasn't paying the rent, had to evict it. I went and got me some, filled up my water bottle, and I grabbed a bottle of cran apple. I'm gonna drink that. Some cran apple. I kind of like that cran apple. I'm gonna throw that water bottle away because I got one. Tire that one. Oh, he's trying to sell him that boat. That's what he's up to. See, he's got the blue shirt on, so he likes the blue stripe. kind of look good behind the bluish colored truck. We got a theme here. Dude likes blue. Calling it. First baseball game of the season tomorrow? Oh, yeah. I remember playing baseball. I played baseball for a season when I was in 5th grade. I enjoyed it. My mom was at work for most of my games, and I say at work with quotation marks around it. I think I can remember like 1 or 2 games that she showed up to. Yeah, I played for, I think the team name was the All Stars, actually. They had me pitching for a little bit. I could throw fast and hard. I just wasn't very good at aiming. They wanted me to do catcher, but I didn't want to do catcher because, you know, it was one of those positions. Put the fat kid as the catcher, and I, as the fat kid, was not being the stereotypical fat kid, and I didn't want to play catcher because of it. You know what I mean? So, fuck catching. I did play it like I did play the position, but it wasn't my regular position. And then I played center field. On Fappa's live with Leroy Truth right now. Oh, nice. Oh, I guess it is kind of morning still, isn't it? Oh, that's right. That's Selma. I forget. Shortstop, center field, right? Yeah, I played center field. I pitched. I did some catching. I could throw fast and hard. That's why they liked me at center field because I could throw far enough. They always put a couple faster kids on the left and right field, you know what I mean, to make up the difference for my slowness. But I could catch good and throw hard and far. They wanted me to do the pitching, but I wasn't very accurate, and it was the first time I'd ever played baseball like that. Maybe if they'd have taught me to be more accurate, you know what I'm saying, I could hit hard and far. I used to have a baseball card for that season. I wish I still had that. Man, that'd be so cool. I wonder if I could track down a copy of that card through the school or something. Had an earthquake? Sick. Better watch it. Better be careful over there. Them earthquakes. Earth crack open and fucking a kraken will appear. Isn't that where the Kraken's at? Over there somewhere? How do you know the Kraken isn't under your little island? Your island could be a Kraken open and then a Kraken could eat you. The Kraken. Yeah, baseball was the only one I did. I went to go play football, and I really wanted to play football, but didn't like the coaching style of whole treat the kid like shit, tear them down and rebuild them. You know what I mean? I was already tore down. I didn't need to be tore down no more, and I didn't need to be tore down by a fucking coach. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't work out. I was already tore down before I even got there. You know what I'm saying? And that was in middle school. We played middle school football started in 6th grade. They wanted me to play. They wanted me to wrestle. But I didn't like that whole coaching style, treat the kids like shit, tear them down, rebuild them type mentality. Some kids like me were already tore down, you know what I mean? So I didn't respond well to that shit. Does that make sense? I don't think I don't think that shit's taken into consideration enough with coaching and shit like that when it comes to people in general. I don't want to say just kids, but people in general. That aspect of tearing them down, rebuilding them, shaping them into the athlete. You know, a lot of people are already fucking tore down, man. They don't need to be tore down no more. And I think it's a job. I think it's a coach's job to determine which people might need to be tore down some and which people are already tore down. I get the usefulness of the tool of doing it like that. You know what I mean? I can kind of get it. But I think a coach, first thing coach needs to do is learn to identify which ones, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Where'd all the snow go? It finally melted, dude. Finally. I made snow angels last year. I made a couple of them. Basketball was never my thing, anyways, personally. I was not built for basketball. Was never good at it neither. Not consistent. It didn't have no basketball moves. Basketball was a pretty big game in my family, though. All my uncles and my grandpa and all of them played it. I remember as a youngster watching them all play together and shit. Like my uncle Phil, he had my uncle Arnie, when he lived downstate, the house that he lived in, he uh, had a basketball court, a two hoop basketball court, and I remember real young being out there, and my uncles and a bunch of people out there playing, and then he moved from there eventually when him and Aunt Ruth got a divorce, and then my uncle Phil, one place that he lived at had like this barn, but it had a small slab in the backyard behind the barn with a basketball hoop. And I remember as a young teenager, them playing basketball there a lot, and they play basketball a lot at the basketball courts there, right in Milan, right in town. They had a couple basketball courts right there and shit. We play a lot of basketball. Football was the only one I had any real interest in. I really wanted to play, but man, I couldn't do it. And if I'd have stuck with it and done the football thing, had that been a better experience, it probably would have led to some wrestling though. Truth be told, they probably did have convinced me to do it by that time. Maybe school would have been a whole lot different. School might have been a whole lot different for me if it wasn't for the fucking football coach. In the end, you know what I'm saying? That could have been the turning point for everything. Because that was also the same period in life where school wasn't good for me. I used to get a lot of trouble in school and shit. Had things been just a little different. Now, I would say it could have gone pro, but things could have been different for me in school. It could have been the difference between graduating school and dropping out. If I'd have been a better experience, stick with sports, it would have changed the mindset of a young person. You know what I mean? All the little micro chain reactions that come from being involved in sports, team efforts, and shit like that. The good stuff that you get, that people do get out of that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna pretend like it's not there as much as public school is a fucking joke, but there is value in shit like that if you find it. If you know what I mean. You know, some of you guys know what I'm saying. I'm sure. Life experiences and shit like that. You can't get. There's no other place. If it wasn't for public school, or where else would people get that life experience of football teams and you know what I'm saying, and camaraderie and work, all that shit. That can be good life lessons for people. My son played football, basketball, and he did track. And then even after he graduated, before he moved a couple seasons, he coached basketball. It's good for dedication and commitment and learning teamwork and camaraderie and, all the hard work ethics that come with shit like that. How important it is people depend on you. Army? No. My uncle Arnie was in the army. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was the army. He played football for the army. Motorcycle gangs. We're not gangs. We're clubs. That's like saying there's no such thing as the gang Bloods or the gang the Crips. They're clubs. They're community clubs. Community clubs. Did any of your biker clubs any engage in any stereotypical motorcycle club activities that may have been illegal, such as involving narcotics and stuff like that? Gambling, illegal gambling, narcotics. Any of them clubs ever do that you were in your younger days? I need a rubber band. Yeah, we know what the social norm says. That's not what I asked you. Yeah, and there's a lot of clubs that have yeah, we know. Cops have rules too. Those aren't the questions that I asked you. Any of the clubs that you're ever in engage in any of those type of activities? Uh, then that's a gang. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's okay. It is what it is. And there's Ajot. She's getting timed out for 60 seconds because she hasn't been here. Which, ooh, can I time you out? Put user in timeout. Oh, yeah. You've been timed out for a minute. Yep. Been wondering where you at for the last hour. Told you guys I was timing her out. She gets 60 seconds in the corner. Daddy put baby in corner. Lurker? You think she was lurking? I don't know. They didn't think I was going to time her out. Told you I'll time her out. First Amendment Protection Agency just 16 minutes ago. Oh, he was live, was he? Okay. Oh, shit, she's back already? Oh, that was a quick 60 seconds. I don't know that was enough. Damn. Should have should have went for at least 120 seconds. 60 seconds just wasn't enough. Damn it. I was kind of feeling like I was going light on her, but I fucking knew it. You remember that? I was wondering where he was like a half hour ago. I was like, boy, she's probably lurking. And then I gave you a while to. No, we're even broke up at this point. YouTube, we're broke up. Broke up and timed out. Feeling neglected. I'm high maintenance. I want attention and I demand it right now. I haven't heard the meow in a while. Yep, you better send me a text message. I want to hear the meow. Not taking a walk today. It's kind of overcast. It's been really windy today, so the audio would suck. And then kind of like with the 3 and 4 bars of changing a poopy diaper, be back. Ooh, poopy diaper. And when I was taking a walk yesterday, I took my other phone out to kind of see what my live stream quality looked like. I don't know. To me, it didn't look like I had 3 and 4 bars of 5G, and to me, it seemed like it should have been clear. But I was also watching it from mine with 5G, so I don't know how clear the like video was. It looked kind of pixelated. Did it look pixelated to you guys? I mean, it was like visual. You could still see everything, but it's not like as clear as it could be like this. That's kind of discouraging for going for a walk, especially live, because it's like not that great. Bought a little loudspeaker today. Why'd you do that? What do you do with a loudspeaker?
Includes Flint over to right around Port Huron or so, down to Detroit.
You yell at some little kids as they ride their bikes by or something?
Dark green color indicates it is a level 1 out of a scale of 5, with 5 being the worst, 1 being the least worst. Marginal risk. The light green color that does extend up into the UP is just general thunderstorms that could be possible. So
Oh, man.
expecting severe weather. It's not really happening. Michigan's doing weird things. Happens every year. But
that little reel I posted on the old Instagram, my slip and fall one, has got 1,135,586 views on it. Still getting views daily.
So if you live anywhere within that brown color, you have a 15 to 14% probability of seeing a severe.
It might hit 2 million.
Occurring within 25 miles of your location. Again, no hail or kinetic threat here for the SPC. Very simply just a risk. Back to the radar here. It's rolling through the day. It's 6 a.m.
Oh, got you like the all-in one Bluetooth speaker.
Nothing severe. 1 p.m. noon. 1 a.m. then noon. 12 p.m. 1 p.m.
One that you can do some bumping to. You can do some bumping to it. Crank it up. I got a cheap one that's not very good.
By around that early to mid-afternoon time frame, between 2 to 4 p.m.
Bought it at the Dollar General a few years back for like $20 or some shit. It's like, it's not bad if you want to take it somewhere where you don't want your music too loud, and also you don't care about the little speaker box and shit, and it gets kicked around or some shit. But if you wanted something that was loud and sound good and had some good basses in it, you know what I mean? But if you wanted it out by the fire and didn't want to be real loud and didn't care if somebody kicked it over or got rained on or got broke or forgot about or tossed around or whatever, it's good for that. Broke the recharging port on it at one time, so I couldn't recharge it for the USB, so I had to take it apart, and then I took an old USB cable and I spliced into the battery. It's got one battery inside, and it's a 18650 battery, so it's about yay big and about that big around, you know what I mean? And wired it into that, so in order to work it, it has to have constant power now. I think it'll take a little bit of a charge, but I think that battery's kind of junk now. But I can plug it into my power bank and then have it out by the radio, out by the fire in the backyard or wherever, you know what I mean, out camping or whatever. And it's Bluetooth, so plug in the guitar amp. Man, I haven't owned a good loud radio in a long time. And I was one of them teenagers, dude. I had the banging ass radio. I had two big 3-way speakers, they're Techniques, 15-inch woofers, 3-ways, and then I had these other ones. They were an older, like 70s model or some shit, and it had a 10 in the top, a tweeter in the side, and I don't remember if it was an 8 or a 10 on the side. I want to say it was two 10s in a box, but it might have been a 10 on top and a 8 on the side with the tweeter. Either way, I had two of those, and I had the adjustable things on the back of the speaker. I had two of those that I got from my cousin, plus the good old school Pioneer receiver, fucking tape deck, fucking, you know what I mean? And boy, I bumped the hell out of my places then. My bedroom, my first apartment was banging. You know what I mean? Banging. Sweet ass fucking Pioneer receiver with the fucking CD player and some 15s and some 10s. We were banging. Yeah, I kind of miss having a radio like that. It'd be dope.
Looking at the European model here, we're taking a peek at the system today. We're drive throughout Saturday, Sunday, and here comes that system into Monday. Low pressure system swings a cold front and a warm front up. So here we go, cold front back here, warm front up there. Very classic spring-like pattern here. By 11 p.m. Monday, though, that cold front precipitation does move in.
We all had some cool ass radios back then, though, didn't we?
Now, in terms of severe weather,
used to have this old school silvery one, and then you turn it on. It had a dial to change the channels. But when you turn it on, the display, the screen where the dials and stuff was, it would light up this green color. Man, that thing was a banger. Yeah, I forget what brand it was, Pioneer or Sony or some shit. I think that was a Pioneer. Could have been a Kenwood.
So I would expect there to be at least a marginal risk.
The last one I had, I upgraded to a newer, a little more modern one, a Sony one, I think it was, eventually, when I was in my apartment. When I moved into my apartment, by the time I got there, I had the Sony.
That is the forecast today, guys. I will be out of the office tomorrow, back at it on Sunday.
I missed most of that forecast, but whatever. I remember one time me and my buddy Josh, his nickname was Wooga. Me and Josh, he had a Jeep Wrangler with a soft top, and we popped his top off one summer. And he had a banging system in there, but we took out his system and then put my techniques in there in the back of his Jeep. It would set right, they'd fit right in the back, like in the trunk boot area, right? They fit right there really well, and we had the speakers facing out, and he's driving around town.
You guys were hired specifically because you have an average 80 IQ, which means you'll follow.
Watch this. Zepbound is the first and only prescription medicine for moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, in adults with obesity. A treatment that
Follow instructions without asking questions. Do you think you're the good guys?
The other day, I uploaded a video where this guy was able to successfully get through to the mind of the bad's law enforcer and convinced him that he has a right to travel and to please let him go on his way unmolested. And this is one of those rare occasions where it worked. Now, I see a lot of channels out there like the Van Balen channel and the Sergeant Curtis channel who criticize these sovereign citizens.
Gotta be loud enough, John. Neighbors, man.
You're either a sovereign or you're a citizen. You can't be both. If you're a citizen, you're a denizen of the city and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Now, I know we live in this environment where
The turntable and cassette player. Yeah, I wish I had a nice system that actually had a nice stack. You know what I mean? With the turntable and the cassette system and the CD player and some nice ass speakers. I'd actually collect a little bit of vinyl and a little bit of some cassettes, and
it just means that the tyrant didn't execute his tyranny like we've seen so many times in the past. And when you get away with something, what do you actually get away with?
I used to have a good collection of CDs, and I let this one kid fucking borrow them, Cody. And this is when I lived in Milan. Me and him used to hang out. He's like, "Hey, let me borrow this for a couple nights." I was like, "Dude, blah blah." Man, I ended up never. I don't think I ever ended up getting them back. And fucking, man, I it bummed me out. Had a nice fucking book full of all my CDs. Some CDs that I'd had for quite a while, even. Probably wouldn't have them now though, but
State agents are typically always
yeah, I used to have quite a few CDs.
and the abusers and the psychopaths who are drunk on their own power. So in this situation right here, the cop was able to see things from a freedom perspective and let it go. Even though the conversation started off bad. I mean,
What are you crying for?
was like basically stop it, sovereign citizen stuff. You gotta follow the law, or fill in the blank, whatever state that the agent is claiming to have jurisdiction over.
Send me a text right now.
And yesterday, I uploaded this video where the same guy goes to court.
Oh, I'm not. You're not. I am. Whining. Oh, shut up.
Another illegal stop. This one here appears to be a sheriff from some county.
Waiting for you to send me a text.
Okay, is that the corporation you work for? Is it which county? Yeah. That's okay. You don't need to understand. First of all, can you identify your batch number? 454. Okay, why did you stop this person with the van? What crime are you investigating? Right, because you don't understand what license plates are. I'm not one of your people. I'm an Indian.
Yeah, waiting for you to send me a text. Still waiting. Not if you text me, we're not. No, you're supposed to text me. This is only going to work if you text me. Right meow. Oh, no. We need the text now, though. Right meow. See, you could already sent me a text. This could already been done with. Just text me. That's funny. See? When I was on my way to Stonehouse the other morning, when you text me, I was driving, and that was up on the window, and that did that. My mom looked over at me like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, "That's a text message from a cat. Did you hear it? Want me out?" You forgot about that? Yeah. Meow. Oh, it is about nap time, huh? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm the only one home today. Me and the dogs. I feel like there was something that I did want to get accomplished today, though. What was it? I raked that flower bed out, but there was something else. Seen the gayest thing ever be live stream? What was it? I'm gonna go outside and this flower bed here real quick. I think I'm gonna do that anyways. Well, there was something else I was gonna do today. I'm trying to think of what it was now. I thought I was the gayest thing on my screen right now. Something's got me beat. No, we're not gonna put the hat on. Took a shower. I don't want to get my hat already. Dancing in his mom's living room. Sick. Gotta dance somewhere. Motherfucker gotta dance somewhere, right? The wind's kind of shitty out there, so I'm gonna try to set up my microphone. Where's that? Where's that? This live stream has been live for 2 hours. I'm gonna start a fresh one. Otherwise, there won't be no new people to stop in. All right. So if you want to come back, 73 no wind. It's kind of chilly and it's windy up here. So if you want to come back, I'd appreciate it. But hour and 45 minutes, straight live stream. Only 4 people right now. We're gonna end this one, see if we can get some new people to show up. Go outside and clean this bed up, dick around outside for a minute, get some fresh air before the rain hits. All right, starting a new one.